planted cultivated over time like a virus designed to infect the curious. In the decades following its creation, Area 51 transformed from a Cold War testing ground into a cultural phenomenon, not because of official documents or verified leaks, but because of stories. The kind of stories that crawl through late-night radio, fringe documentaries, and obscure internet forums. The kind that feel too cinematic to be real yet somehow too real to ignore. Hollywood embraced the myth like a prophecy. Films showed alien autopsies in underground labs, massive hangars holding spacecrafts, and scientists working under silent threats. TV shows told us Area 51 was the epicenter of interstellar diplomacy or the vault of global secrets. The media didn't investigate the base. They marketed it, and it worked. Instead of hiding the base, the government let the legend grow. Why silence a rumor that leads everyone straight to where you want them looking? By turning Area 51 into a pop icon, they ensured the public would be satisfied chasing ghosts in the desert while never asking what lies beyond it. Memes, merchandise, mock raids. This wasn't just a conspiracy theory anymore. It was a brand. A spectacle so massive, so loud, that no one stopped to ask, what if the show was staged? What if everything we believe about Area 51 was meant to keep us away from the real story? The most effective secrets aren't buried, they're broadcasted, hidden in plain sight, wrapped in layers of speculation, and left out in the open for the world to obsess over. That's how misdirection works. And Area 51 may be the most brilliant act of psychological warfare ever deployed on the public mind. Intelligence agencies understand this principle better than anyone. The CIA, NSA, and military black ops don't just protect information, they manufacture narratives. When you can't cover something up, you drown it in noise. And Area 51 became the perfect decode. The more people speculated, the more control the architects of secrecy had over the conversation. They didn't need to hide what was real, they just had to keep everyone entertained. Think of it like a firewall. Every rumor, alien story, or viral post about the base acts as a barrier. Each layer of myth reinforces the illusion that Area 51 is the place where secrets are kept, ensuring that no one looks elsewhere. That's not just luck. That's strategic distraction. History proves it. During the Manhattan Project, the US built entire fake towns to disguise their work on the atomic bomb. Information was compartmentalized, no single person knew the full story. Today, those same methods are applied on a psychological scale. Area 51 isn't a fortress because of fences, it's a fortress built from belief. And while the world fixates on a mythologized airstrip in Nevada, the real operations may be unfolding in silence, right under our feet. Every magician needs a hidden compartment, a trapdoor, a second stage. While Area 51 steals the "they told you the story 100 times," a dusty stretch of land in Nevada, barbed wire, warning signs, and satellite images blurred out by design. They said the truth was inside alien crafts, top secret tech, maybe even beings from another world. You believed it, we all did. But what if the greatest secret of Area 51 is that it's not the real secret at all? Imagine a magician on stage, one hand waving high under the spotlight, while the other performs the trick in the shadows. Now replace the magician with the US government, and the hand you're watching. That's Area 51. Flashy, famous, a spectacle carefully fed to your imagination. Since the 1950s, it's been the perfect illusion. Hidden, but not too hidden. Mysterious, but not inaccessible. Enough rumors to make you curious, but enough leaks to make you think you know something. That's the brilliance of it. You think you're chasing the unknown, but you're being led, intentionally. Because while millions fix their gaze on Groom Lake, something else may be unfolding in places you've never heard of, locations so secret they don't show up on any map, nor in any whispered rumor. And the deeper we go, the more this desert performance begins to feel rehearsed. Everyone thinks they know what Area 51 is, a top-secret military base located in the Nevada desert, shrouded in mystery, surrounded by fences and armed patrols. They point to Groom Lake on satellite images and whisper about black projects, classified aircraft, and extraterrestrial technology hidden beneath layers of reinforced concrete. For decades, this patch of desert has occupied a strange place in our cultural consciousness, both a symbol of secrecy and a source of endless speculation. In the 1950s, Area 51 was born out of necessity. The CIA needed a location to test high-altitude reconnaissance aircraft like the U-2 and later the SR-71 Blackbird. Remote, Desolate and uncomfortably perfect, the region offered the government a sandbox to build the future of warfare away from prying eyes. And yet, even back then, strange lights were reported in the sky. Locals began to talk, stories spread, the seeds of legend were planted, and the base grew beyond its physical boundaries. Then came pop culture. Films like Independence Day, video games, and television shows turned Area 51 into a household name. Its infamy became its disguise. The public, entranced by little green men and crash saucers, began to fill in the blanks themselves. And while the government remained silent for decades, their silence only amplified the noise. In 2013, for the first time, the CIA officially acknowledged Area 51's existence. But their explanation was clinical, sanitized as aircraft testing. No aliens, no secrets, nothing more to see, or so they said, because sometimes, what you're meant to believe is more dangerous than what you're not supposed to know. What if the conspiracy surrounding Area 51 wasn't organic? What if it was carefully spotlight? Other facilities far more secretive exist in near total silence. They don't have movies, they don't have memes, and they certainly don't have guided tour through the gift shop. That if you follow the trail of whispers, you'll find their names etched into the margins of declassified files, hinted at in leaked documents, and spoken of in hushed tones by those who've seen too much. Let's start with Dulce Base, located allegedly beneath Archuleta Mesa in New Mexico. Rumors say it's a multi-level underground complex, jointly operated by humans and something else. Alien-human hybrid experiments, genetic manipulation, bioengineering beyond ethics, stories too bizarre to believe, yet too persistent to ignore. Ex-government workers have claimed strange disappearances and unexplainable phenomena surrounding the site. Then there's Raven Rock, often called the Underground Pentagon, hidden beneath the mountains of Pennsylvania. This Cold War relic is a fully operational command center designed to take over if Washington falls. Complete with its own power, air systems, and even an underground city. Raven Rock exists not in theory, but in confirmed architectural reality. Head further south and you'll find Mount Weather, in Virginia. Another continuity of government facility, unmarked roads, surveillance everywhere. This is where classified protocols kick in if civilization crumbles. Across the globe, there's Pine Gap, in Australia. A joint US-Australian intelligence base wrapped in extreme secrecy. Satellite tracking, signals interception, drone coordination. It's not just a communication center. Some insiders call it the Area 51 of the Southern Hemisphere. No jokes. No alien posters, no tourism, just silence. And silence, in the intelligence world, speaks volumes, because if Area 51 is where they want you to look, these places may be where you were never meant to look at all. What if these bases weren't isolated islands of secrecy, but parts of a much larger, hidden network? Beneath the surface, sometimes literally, a new theory begins to take shape, that the true infrastructure of classifying operations lies underground, far from the prying eyes of satellites, drones, or journalists. Whistleblowers and fringe insiders have long spoken of a subterranean world stretching across the continental United States, allegedly known as the DUMB system. Deep underground military bases. This network connects installations like Dulce, Raven Rock, Mount Weather, and others via high-speed transit tunnels, not roads, not rails, but electromagnetic trains using vacuum-sealed tubes operating miles below the Earth. Sounds like science fiction, until you remember, prototypes for such systems do exist, and DARPA isn't in the business of fantasy. Former military personnel have claimed they were transferred between facilities without ever seeing daylight. Some speak of entire underground cities self-sustaining, powered by advanced nuclear tech, built for
resilience against global catastrophe or invasion from above or below. Satellite imagery shows entrances carved into remote hillsides, disappearances of massive construction equipment, power consumption spikes in abandoned regions, and still no headlines. These tunnels, if real, don't just serve transportation, they serve concealment, movement without visibility, operations without oversight, and a structural link between the shadows we already fear and those we haven't even discovered yet. Because while the world debates what's happening at Area 51, these connections hint at something far more complex, something vast, coordinated, buried. And in this silence, a new question rises. What else might be hiding just beneath our feet? If Area 51 is the stage, then what lies behind the curtain? Every element of the Area 51 myth aliens, reverse-engineered spacecraft, government cover-ups has become so embedded in pop culture that it feels oddly familiar, even comfortable. But familiarity breeds blindness, and the more attention it receives, the more it serves its purpose, keeping you from seeing what's behind it. Think of it. A base so famous, people organize meme-driven raids to see them aliens. A place with its own merchandise, tourist stops, documentaries. Does that sound like a location designed to hide the most critical secrets of a global superpower? Or does it sound like a carefully choreographed distraction? Declassified documents reveal redacted names, censored coordinates, references to unnamed facilities that don't appear on any map. Experts admit that the U.S. government operates a hierarchy of secrecy levels within levels. If Area 51 sits near the top of public awareness, it almost certainly sits near the bottom of that internal pyramid. The real stage, the one built for illusion, is brightly lit for a reason. It draws the crowd, commands the attention, and drowns out the silence coming from the darker corners of classified reality. And once you realize that, you start to wonder, who's behind the curtain, pulling the strings? Some secrets aren't meant to be uncovered. Not because they don't exist, but because their very existence is protected by layers of laws, myths, and enforced silence. The U.S. government has long relied on classification and national security exemptions to shield information from the public. Programs labeled top secret and code word often come with airtight non-disclosure agreements and consequences for those who dare to speak. The Freedom of Information Act? It only scratches the surface. Area 51, despite its fame, exists within this shadow of secrecy. But the truly hidden sites? They don't show up in any released documents. They aren't acknowledged. They live in a legal gray zone where the government doesn't confirm or deny their existence. This means that the true heart of America, covert operations, operates under a veil so thick it resists even the most persistent investigations.
Whistleblowers have come forward, some vanished, others discredited. Attempts to shine light only deepen the darkness. And this isn't just paranoia, it's a reality of modern intelligence. The government's ability to control information is unparalleled. When something is officially off the record, it's as if it never happened. So, while Area 51 can be pointed to on a map, the real secrets, those that shape power and technology beyond our understanding, may forever remain out of reach. Sometimes, ignorance isn't just bliss, it's a mandate. Here's a thought. What if the global obsession with Area 51 isn't just a coincidence but part of a grand design? Consider this: the more the world fixates on Nevada's dusty runways, the less attention is paid elsewhere. It's a perfect mirror, reflecting curiosity back at itself while masking the truth that might lie thousands of miles away, beneath mountains, inside unmarked compounds, or even beneath oceans. This theory suggests that Area 51 was never meant to be hidden. Instead, it was intentionally discovered. Leaks, rumors, even orchestrated exposures all serve to funnel the public's gaze to one place while the real secrets remain undisturbed. Governments have used mirrors before, false trails and decoys to mislead enemies and citizens alike. The Great Mirror Theory argues that the government's greatest deception isn't about aliens or experimental aircraft, it's about where we choose to look. So, while everyone debates flying saucers and secret hangars in Nevada, the true heart of covert power operates quietly elsewhere. Because sometimes the biggest lies aren't about what's hidden, they're about what's purposely revealed. If Area 51 is the show, the spotlight, the spectacle, then what is the stage left in darkness? What if the real secret isn't tucked away in Nevada's desert, but hidden where no one dares to look? Beneath the surface, behind locked doors, in places unmarked on any map. It's a question that lingers long after the stories fade. A question that challenges everything you thought you knew. Because sometimes, the truth isn't what's revealed, it's what's carefully concealed by distraction. So here's the final question for you. If the government wanted you to know about Area 51, to chase ghosts and myths, then what are they really hiding? Right under our noses, the answer might be closer than you think.